Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Alyssa and this is my channel, She Was Shay Writes Books. Today I'm going to be starting a brand new series called Why I Love These Stories, and it's pretty much going to go a little deeper into why I love certain stories. It's very simple. I want to start off with this series with talking about Harry Potter, and the kind of obvious one. A lot of, literally everyone says, I love Harry Potter so much and I'm so obsessed with it. Why do you love it? And that's also why I kind of wanted to start this series, is so many people say that they love so many things, and I can't not love something, so I'm always like, oh, I love that person, or I love this movie, or I love that character, or I love this choreographer, if it's So You Think You Can Dance, because we've been watching this season. But you never explain why you exactly love, or we never explain why we exactly love that particular thing. So with Harry Potter, it was the very first story that my mom read to me, at least the very first one I remember her reading to me, and asked when we were younger. And it was the one that kind of got me hooked into reading. And I used to not like reading at all when I was younger. Like before 9 years old, which was when I first read this book by myself, I did not like reading at all. I did not like writing at all. And you wouldn't believe that now, because, well, I'm a writer and I do have 5 short stories that I self-published, as well as a poetry book and my first novel, which is actually my second novel that I've written that I've published. And yeah, so you wouldn't really see that I used to not like reading and writing right now, but I used to not like it. And can I emphasize that enough? Then it was when she was reading Goblet of Fire that it kind of struck me, because she used to have to fight me to sit me down so that she can read to us and have our reading time. And I remember her reading in the middle of the book, like she had the book open to the middle of that giant book, and she was reading in the middle of the Triwizard Tournament, and it was when Cedric Diggory had died, and kind of in that moment of Voldemort coming, Cedric dying, Harry getting caught in the statue, that actually gave me nightmares after reading it with Mom. And that's when it kind of struck me, oh, I like this. And then I sat down afterwards, every other time, to read Harry Potter with her. So if she hadn't had shared her love for reading, because she reads all the time, but she mostly reads fan fiction right now, or she's always read fan fiction. It's one of her favorite things, but she used to love reading a bunch of romance novels, and like Nora Roberts, Kristen Feehan, a couple other authors, but those are like the two main ones that I always saw her picking up and read. So if she didn't share her love of reading for Harry Potter to me, I wouldn't really be the person that I am right now, and I wouldn't love fantasy or paranormal, because this is what got me into paranormal as well, because there are ghosts that float around in the halls of Hogwarts. There's like the house ghosts and stuff like that. And yeah, that just kind of started my journey. I ended up deciding to read this on my own. My eyebrows are bothering me. I decided to read this on my own for the first time, and I could not put it down. When Ashton did cheerleading, and we went to her like junior camp thing. I had nothing to do, so I just brought this and brought it with me, and I read. I don't know if I read on the way there because I actually get carsick when I read, or at least nauseous. Ew. Anyways, I actually get kind of nauseous when I read in cars, so I try not to. But this was such a magical story, and each time I go back to it, it's always bringing me back to kind of the better times of my childhood, because I also had like trouble in elementary school, but it was with other kids who were actually mean to me, and I did have really good friends who kind of stood up to me, but I kind of felt like Neville a lot of the time. And I did kind of have a Neville-like moment at one point, because I had to. I won't go into explaining that, but this just kind of, each character kind of helped shape me, I guess you can say, and it's just, there's so many good memories that are tied to this first book alone, but the second book is actually my favorite, which is Chamber of Secrets, because I love in books when they have giant families, because then you can follow all the family around, and well, if it's a book where they follow all the family around, but I love that we got to know Ron's family a lot more in the second book, and that one's just my favorite in general, because my favorite set in the Harry Potter universe is the Weasley's house, and I hope I can see the set of Harry Potter one day. That's always been my dream whenever I go, or whenever I've said I want to go to London. I've also said the main thing I want to do is go visit the Harry Potter studios, because that would be amazing to also see the kind of smaller structure, or like the model of Hogwarts, especially at winter time, because I know that they have like, I've watched videos where they have like sprinklers around. And also, my very first story that I ever tried writing was a paranormal story. So lately I've been a lot into the paranormal shows. I've been watching some paranormal YouTubers, or not really paranormal YouTubers, more like exploration YouTubers, but they just happen to run into some paranormal happenings in the places that they explore, and I find half of the stuff that a couple of them do completely stupid. And I'm glad that they're aware that most of it's, that they should not be doing that, but it's really fun to watch, and yeah, I just, the story is like a part of me and a part of my soul, so it's also kind of corresponds with The Walking Dead, which is the episode that I will be doing next. So I don't really want to kind of go on too long, because I already made a 24-minute video today for my Booktubeathon TBR, and yeah, I have that uploading right now while I'm watching Emma Linderman. Anyways, this will always be one of my favorite stories, or my favorite story of all time. Nothing can top this at all. I've had things get close to it, like Remember Me, which I've talked about quite a bit on my channel, because I just can't stop thinking about it or stop talking about it. I wrote a freaking poem about it, which is called Michael. I did do a video where I recited that poem and I explained it a little bit, but nothing can top this series in general. It is what got me started in reading, it's what got me started in writing, and it made me who I am today. So pretty much always a huge thank you to my mom for sharing her love of reading, and now I want to share my love of storytelling with her, so I kind of am writing books to not only tell stories, but also to tell my family stories, because that's what we do. And this was my first introduction to fantasy as well. For 3rd grade, I dressed as Hermione. Yes. That was quite fun. Anyways, that is the first episode in the Why I Love These Stories series. It's a series that I wanted to start for a long time, or I think I've started it. I don't know if I've done this already, but I'm just kind of revamping it. And next one that I will be talking about will obviously be this giant thing, The Walking Dead. I have not read the comics before. I'm actually almost halfway through Compendium 1, and this one also plays a huge factor in my life, in my writing and reading life as well. Well, mostly my writing life with watching the TV show since I was 13, because I kind of jumped from Harry Potter to Walking Dead, and in between it was also like a bunch of other stories, but mainly TV shows, and I'll be doing TV shows as well, not just books. But if you would like to do this type of video, let me know in the comments down below. And if you do this type of video explaining why you love the story, or why you love the story that you love, let me know, and I will add it to a playlist that I am planning to make for this series, because I would love to have a bunch of other people join into this series explaining why we love these stories, because there's always a story that will always be with us in our hearts, and I would love to see different people telling their own stories about the stories that they love. And that is what this whole series is about. So let me know if you would like to collab in this down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like these. These I will probably do every other Friday, just so I'm not doing like them consistently. So I'm doing this one this Friday. Next Friday will probably be a Let's Talk video, and then the Friday after that will be so it will go back and forth from Why I Love These Stories to Let's Talk, those two series for Friday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and don't forget to comment if you would like to collab in this series, because I want to make it very diverse and just a kind of video series of why we all love the stories that we love. And I don't know if I can make that any clearer, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend. I'm actually filming this on Wednesday because I wanted to film it. And I will see you in the next video on Monday. Bye.